Hello and welcome to this Maths with Lloydie video. We're on the 2017 paper. Here are the sponsors, tick, and let's get moving. So question 4, Jamir and Lily are investigating different types of correlation between two sets of data. Part A, match each scatter diagram below to the most appropriate type of correlation. So at the top left, we've got quite a strong positive correlation. So I'm going to match that into there. For the next one, that kind of shows no correlation. These points are all over the place. So that goes down to the bottom. This one is a positive correlation, but it's quite weak. And then finally, we've got a negative correlation, but this one's quite weak. It goes all the way up to the top. Thought I'd just use different pens just to highlight those different lines. Okay, let's stay in pink for this next bit. Jamir and Lily each wear a special band that measures the number of steps walked each day and the number of calories burned each day. The table below shows Jamir's data and Lily's data for the last 8 days. Jamir and Lily want to know if it's justified to use S to estimate C. By calculating the product moment correlation coefficient between S and C, show that it is justified for Jamir's data. So Jamir's data is in this box here, and on your calculators, you would enter this data in one column, and then the second part in the second column, and you would be inputting those data into the tables. And then you hit the following buttons. So first of all, you have to make sure that you're in stats mode, and this is for the FX CG50. So other calculators might be slightly different. You hit F2 to go to calc, F3 for the regression line, F1, which is that one says X, F1, AX plus B. And then that will give you a load of data. So you get a value for A, a value for B, but the value we want is for R. And that regression value is 0.968977722, so 0.9690. And then we'd say it's very close to 1. So yes, it is justified. Okay, and we'd be happy with that. Part C, calculate the product moment correlation coefficient between S and C for Lily's data, hence explain why Jamir's estimate for C is likely to be more accurate than Lily's estimate for C for any given value of S. So you follow the same process by putting her data in, and the R value that you should get is 0.8182, which is a positive correlation. But not as strong as Jamir's, as it isn't as close to 1. Okay. Part D. Complete the scatter diagram of C against S for Jamir's data on the grid below. The table with Jamir's data is repeated below. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of data. So that one's done. And then we'll need to just plot the other 4. So 9,700 goes to 2970. 2970 is 2 up. There we go. That's one there. Tick. 99, which is going to be one before the 10,000. 2940, one below. 11600, going to be one after the midpoint. 3070 into there. And then 12,500. 3290. There we go. Okay, that's all plotted. Let's scroll down and see what else it wants. I mean, it is quite nice that to plot these, we are getting 2 marks. Right, calculate the equation of the regression line of C on S for Jameer's data. So again, you need to put in your values into the table for Jameer's data and repeat that process. And once you've done that, you should get C equals 0.107S, which will be your A value, plus 1893, which will give you your B value. Okay, so that's your regression line. The mark scheme will allow slightly different part for S, but that's because there's going to be some rounding that's involved. Then, of course, you substitute in 6,000. So when S equals 6,000, you need to write down what C will equal to. And you need to do the same thing for 12,000, because that's why they've said from 6,000 to 12,000. So the C value at 6,000 is 2535, and the C value for 12,000 is 3177. And then we just go up and we plot those. So at 6,000, 2535, 2535 will go into there. 12,000 is at 3177. 316. Just going to buff that up to there. And then finally, just to draw that regression line, we need to get our ruler in place and join up those 2 points. That looks pretty good. Draw through them, and we've done that nicely. Okay, so down we go. Back to part D, part 3. Jameer wants to burn at least 20,000 calories each week. Work out the minimum number of steps he should aim to walk each day. Now, I appreciate this is a graphing kind of paper, but I like to do this algebraically. So 20,000 will equal 0.170, wrong way around, 0.107 S plus 1893, and that's all multiplied by 7. So we have to divide both sides by 7, 2857.142857. And the reason why I'm going to divide that by 7 is because he wants to burn 20,000 per week, and if we divide that by 7, we'll get to how many calories he wants to burn per day, which is what our equation is for. That's for a daily calorie burn. We then subtract the 1,893. That gives us 964.142857, and that's equal to 0.107 S. And then if we divide throughout by 0.107, we will get 9010.68, which we will round to 9011. And that's not that many steps. Most people aim for 10,000. So yeah, we're happy with that. Okay, that's the end of the video. We've got through question 4. Good luck for your exams. I'll see you at the next question. Bye-bye.